think it's time to do a green juice fast. Alright, so I'm gonna eat junk food, and I haven't eaten junk food in like 2 years. I'm gonna eat this Daya pizza. This is probably a bad idea. It has many ingredients that are not healthy. Potato starch, olive oil, cane sugar, non-GMO expeller pressed canola oil, and safflower oil, and coconut oil. Pea protein isolate, salt, inactive yeast, vegan natural flavors, lactic acid, my arm's getting tired, titanium dioxide. That sounds like a rocket ship part. I'm gonna die. But my theory, or I want to know, because I've been taking these probiotics, which I was taking a month ago, and then I was off of them, and then I was experimenting with a different probiotic. I think that this probiotic may actually be freaking gangster. I think that if I eat this junk food, but also take the probiotic before it, I think I might not feel that bad. Hopefully this is not a bad decision. Alright, this is a bad idea. I'm gonna die. Why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? I feel so guilty. I feel as guilty as a person who robbed a bank. Alright, may the gods favor me. Tastes really good though. Alright, so I ate that pizza last night and honestly don't feel that bad. I took those 2 probiotics before it, and I think that really just helps decrease inflammation in my body. And I could tell I woke up and my eyes are like way more wide open. And so the experiment, I would say, was successful. I'm addicted. Oh, we're going to Chipotle. And I need to get gas again. I did not fill up all the way. Hey, what's up guys? So I wanted to talk about an experiment that I did the last few days. Alright, I don't know where Chipotle is. So yeah, the last 2 days, I actually ate junk food for the first time in like a 1.5 or 2 years. And
starting route to Chipotle Mexican Grill.
It just tasted so dirty, and like it felt so processed going into my body, and the taste, like it wasn't even really that satisfying, and it was weird. It was like it wasn't satisfying, and by the time I was done eating it, it was like I wasn't satisfied and I wanted more, even though it wasn't even that like amazing. It was weird. It was like this dirty concoction of like sugar and fat and salt that was like... Alright, I literally think I just ran out of gas. Oh my gosh. People eat this type of not real food all the time, and it's just like triggering their brain to just always want to eat and eat and eat.
Welcome to AAA Washington Member Services.
Hi, and so that was something that I took away from it, that it was just kind of disturbing that this food tastes really good, but you never get like satisfied. It's a 1990.
Anything else I can do for you?
Nope, that's it. I appreciate it so much.
Thanks, calling AAA. Good luck today, sir.
Thanks, bye. Going to the store and being in those aisles, it was like I felt so guilty. Like I was in the frozen food section, and I was just like, I do not belong here. Alright, so looks like AAA is on the way. And this is not good. What am I doing? Usually I go there and I'm getting like fruits and vegetables, and then just like, oh, no, if I'm getting some frozen food, and no, I don't want to look at you. Yes, $19, okay. So yeah, it was kind of, I felt like I was doing something really guilty, and I was, and I could just tell it just felt kind of uncomfortable. And even like when I did it, I was hoping that my parents wouldn't come home because I'm like the cleanest eater of all time, like compared to my family. Is this karma? I go to get Chipotle to feed my addiction, and I run out of gas and end up on the side of the street. And so like they got home while I was eating it, and I just felt like this surge of like, oh, like, eh, like oh. Hi, Mom. Good. Well, I'm on like the side of the freeway right now because I ran out of gas, and so I'm waiting for AAA. And so, yeah, that was kind of weird, but for a second, and then I was just like, I'm experimenting, and they're like, all right. Yeah, I'm on the shoulder. I got about maybe like 5 feet between me and the lane. But yeah, so I expected to feel terrible eating all this crap and eating all this junk food, because not only did one day I eat this frozen pizza and was like, all right, like, I did it. I put my toe in the water. Love you. Bye. And now let's be done with it. And it was vegan and gluten-free. Those are like my foundation. Like, I'm not gonna eat gluten because I know I really react badly to it, and I'm gonna eat vegan. So those are like my 2 foundations. But I'm kind of scared to get out of my car. I don't really want to get out of my car. It's like the gods are like, you try to go eat that junk food and we're gonna make you run out of gas. I could tell like the next day I was like, okay, I'm gonna eat just bananas, because I bought some bananas at the store and they weren't quite ripe enough to taste okay. And so I was like, what am I gonna eat? And then it was like an instant like addictive thought, like, let's do it again. It's okay. Like, I ate this food. I don't feel ashamed about it, but in the moment, it's like a guilty little pleasure. Like, oh, and it's like potentially could make me feel awful. But so the second day I ate the same pizza and I got a burrito, a tofu Amy's burrito, and it was pretty good. Like, it all tastes good, but it tastes dirty. I'm getting hungry. I'm waiting for the dude. Is that him? Nope. But the key thing that I think didn't make me feel terrible was that I took these probiotics before. He's here. And honestly, like, my joints feel fine. Like, I have energy. My mental clarity is pretty good. My mood is pretty good. My motivation is better. And so it's interesting. It's like, part of me is like, I can tolerate it okay eating the junk food as long as I take this probiotic before it. But then it's like, that's a path I don't want to go down, because it's like, I can tell my brain is like trying to figure out ways to. Alright, he's telling me to stay inside. I trust him. Thank you.
Huh?
Thank you.
How do you open it? Give it some gas right now. Okay.
I can tell my brain is like trying to figure out ways to get back to eating things that are like triggering it to be like, oh.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'll more or less be just a minute behind you. I just got to strap everything down and then get going. So if you do end up pulling over up ahead because it stalls out or something, I'll be right behind you. We'll just arrange for a tow.
It's so addictive and it's scary, so I need to be careful. Thank you. Hello. Can I get the 3 corn tortilla or I just realized that I literally just left the house to go to Chipotle, and that was about 2.5 hours ago. Sometimes you just gotta break break your habits and go into eating total garbage so that you realize, yep, I need to keep eating healthy. Just wanted to do an update. You've probably seen in this video, I've been going hard on junk food. Today my plan was to eat just bananas and raw foods. But that, like, it's just not as satisfying, like, taste-wise, and it's just not as satiating as, like, a meal of beans and potatoes or avocados. Like, so the last few days I've gone overboard on eating processed vegan junk food. Yeah, I haven't felt the worst. Like, I'm not really super low energy. My mental clarity is kind of off. Like, it's hard for me to feel like I want to do anything creative. I hadn't eaten junk food in like 2 years, and then I ate one frozen pizza, and then ever since I ate that, it's been in my mind. So yeah, I've gotten a little off track with the with the bulking up. I went down a road that I didn't necessarily want or intend to go on, but I'm okay. It's time to do the green juice fast, so peace. Thanks for watching.